Thursday, October 30th, 2025, and we're here to discuss the healthcare plan incentives with the Sheriff's Department. I will turn it over to Captain Green.
Appreciate it. So with this idea, I've been looking for something that can benefit employees, the county as a whole, because in this is the only thing I've found that actually I think is a win for all parties, and actually is a substantial sum of money if we can pull this off, and it's been done prior by a lot of other agencies and cities. So I'm just going to use Post Falls as an example. So what they do is they, actually I just met with Chief Miller a few days ago, and I talked to him about the program. So where I might get the number wrong, but they essentially offer, let's say, $600 a month to get off the plan, right? So they put $600 into their version of Aviva. It's probably some version of an HSA account. If that employee opts to, for example, they're married, the other spouse works at, I'll just use the mine as example, and then just hops on the family plan at the mine, right? So they have health insurance. It's not that they don't have health insurance, but now we as a county wouldn't be paying $1,413 and some change for them. There isn't much incentive for any employee to do that without then giving them an incentive of a VEBA dollar amount per month into their account, right?
See, and the VEBA dollar amount, what that is, a health care savings plan, and that is prior to taxes, so they can't use that money for anything but health care.
Correct.
So it wouldn't be right? That's what
correct.
You're looking at?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying, and thank you for the clarification. It's not saying we'll pay them extra in a paycheck. It's saying we'll put a certain amount into their HSA, is what I'm going to call it for the sake of this meeting.
Okay.
And the cool thing about this, and it's worked well for a lot of other areas, particularly in a budget crisis, right? The number Tammy gave me was roughly 123 people on our plan right now. For the sake of this discussion, I didn't go down and get every last employee, whether they're single, joint, or family, on the insurance plan. So I just did this numbers for sake of argument to try to convince the governing body that this is a good idea, and I just took the middle, which is the joint. So assuming, which we know it's not, but 123 people or families are on the joint plan as an average. The math on what the county pays a year is $2,086,488. I don't expect half the employees to get off the plan, but if half the employees did get off the plan, that instantly be down to where the county's only in it for $1 million. So essentially off of half, if then you pay them a certain amount to get off the plan, the county would save up to $500,000 to $600,000 a year, which is huge. So I reduced that down to a more probable amount of 40. So if 40 got off the plan, going by the joint average, and then you split the difference. So you pay the employee $600 a month to get off the plan, but then the county savings is $800. If only 40 employees got off that plan, it would come to $384,000 in savings a year. So it's a substantial sum of money. And then even one step further, I know the employees are struggling right now. So a lot of them view this, and I know it's because of economic times and everything, but this insurance raise of cost, which the county pays a large sum of health insurance. They have good benefits. So I'm not trying to say that. But now the employees' amount they take home a month has decreased because of this increase in plans. So an idea that if you guys would consider is, rather than offering half to get off the plan, you decrease it further down to you offer only $500 a month to get off the plan. I think you get a lot of takers. And taking that extra $200 in savings and put it back towards the employees already still on the healthcare plan, to try to alleviate some of that cost that has been put on the employees, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But now the 500, so really they'd be basically, if you gave the employee $500, they'd be saving like $5,000 a year with the health benefits. So that's a lot of health benefit savings, which, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like $5,000 a year. Do people spend that in health insurance and health?
Yes. So if you have, for example, A, the cost, you can use it for any health insurance cost, right? So any deductible on anything.
Yeah.
So let's say, I can't say who this employee is, but one of our employees would do this in a heartbeat. You jump on his life plan with family rate. Well, their rate just went up, right? Because usually family costs more. And then he would use his Viva for any deductibles or anything along that line. So essentially, you have borderline free health insurance. So it's a huge win for the employee, but it's also a huge win for the county. So then the number would be,
Yeah, I'm just trying to get that in my head on those savings, $5,000 a year for health savings. It couldn't go to pay the health insurance, help, like the life has policy. It couldn't go to help pay her because it's taxed, because that's already taken out of her check. It's not tax deductible. And so I don't know how that works. That'd be kind of, but okay. I mean, that takes a lot of money.
exactly. So being on her plan, like, I mean, you would still use your health insurance. The Viva would apply. You could use anything to cover medical expenses. And frankly, with how the Viva's word, it's actually pretty broad as far as what healthcare costs save. So then it just comes down to what's the appropriate incentive to offer the employees to get as many off the plan as possible, and then also pitching to the employees and explain to them that this is not some trick that just threw them over or the county over, and said that this is how you can use it to your benefit and the county's benefit.
Post Falls is doing this right now.
Yes, well, and I don't know if the entire state, I know the police department.
You know another department is.
I don't know per department. I can find some more for you. If you guys are interested in taking this route, this is I know actually I think Spokane does it.
I'd like to at least look at it because we're all about if we save money and also help employees, and that would, I know, dental cost. I can do that.
Yeah, you can rack up $5,000 and you really, and that's pretty much every region dental coverage really just doesn't cover a lot of the costs. So that money saved up. I've seen people who have used this program who have saved up $20,000, $30,000, and then had a huge thing of life from long, and they've used it all. So it's a huge win for all parties involved, and it's the biggest money savings to the county that I can see within our budget today.
I think it wants to be looked into.
The only two downfalls that you have to look at is just the way that our HRA is set up right now. And that's, up to you guys to change that because you guys are in control of that. Is you have to be enrolled in our insurance, health insurance, to get our HRA. And then everybody that is insured, that has insurance with us, there is that $10,000 life insurance through the people that we have the insurance through. So if you don't take insurance, then of course the employee would lose that.
Life insurance.
That life. It's just those are just two things that I need to point out, so
Okay.
that if you go through with this, just to be mindful that
Okay.
they will lose that extra, just so
Life
that they're
insurance
aware
and-
of that
And the
when
Viva.
it goes through. Yes.
So it would have to go into something.
Yeah, we'd have to look
Yeah.
at it further, and we could probably talk to our insurance
Jim
advance,
Advance.
and they probably have some kind of a health savings plan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
If we were to look at something like that.
Our
future.
HRA Viva plan is actually through Gallagher, is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
is-
So it's separate from.
It's completely separate from advanced
Okay.
benefits, which advanced benefits is called Alliant now. But anyways,
Okay.
it's completely separate from them. So
Okay.
whenever the BOCC set up the HRA Viva, that just must be who they went with.
Okay.
And the guy that I contact, his name is Rich Dickman. And so, there may be, I know that they handle the HRAs and HSAs. So I'm sure that there's, something
Mhm.
there that, we could always talk with him, to find out about it, because that's just what they handle.
Yeah.
Is that type of, HRAs and HSAs.
Okay.
Okay.
And I apologize from the start, before, prior, and now. I forgot the other thing she mentioned, and that's the employee would also have to show proof that they transferred
Yeah.
to another insurance
Yeah.
rather than just say sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Yep. They'd have to
Yeah.
bring proof to
Yeah.
correct.
to her.
But I think that's an easy hurdle to get past.
Mhm.
Same with the life insurance. You just tell the employee that wouldn't come along with it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Put the onus on the employee to do it. Yeah.
And that's what I told Seth, is that's what Advanced Benefits had informed me, that,
Mhm.
that the employee, I think I told you that, Jeff, that
Mhm.
they have to prove to us that they are on a different insurance plan.
And they only have to do it once.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
I'll look more into it,
Yeah.
but that's my understanding, and we have to know the event date. How long have they been like on their wife's or husband's insurance, type thing, is what they advised.
Okay.
It's got something to do with the pre-tax
Yeah.
issues.
Mhm.
And we don't want to lose that.
No.
Okay. All right.
So just to reiterate, those numbers of 40 would be below even a third of the employees jumping off.
Mhm.
But regardless, let's say it's worst case scenario, only 20
Yeah.
hop off, which I think would be a no-brainer. We would at least see 20 hop off. It's still a large sum of money compared to any other of these ideas we've done so far trying to make money.
Okay.
It's not just the saving money. I've had a couple of employees voice ideas like this to me, saying they like the idea of having a choice,
Yeah.
giving them an
Well,
option.
Like you said, the cash is, like with dental and
Mhm.
just your
Well, and that's
co-pays.
one thing about an SHA or the HRA, this is, we're talking, the health insurance. They can use it for dental or vision or the whole range prescriptions. They can use it for all of that stuff, and you're only talking, the health and the vision. If the employee chooses to keep the dental, they can. They can have one without the other, the
Okay.
way that we're set up, because they're not the same. Delta Dental and Blue Cross are completely separate. So
Okay.
if the employee choose to keep the dental, they could. But they could use that HSA or HRA for dental.
Okay.
I actually have a follow-up question for you because it just hit me. Also, something that could be written in would be, and maybe it already is, if you retire out of here, are you still able to access your Viva as long as it's there?
It's yours.
Perfect. Okay, so then,
When you leave, it's yours.
so that's the other huge part I meant to ask, and I apologize.
Yeah.
But with the chief of post, well, the interim chief of Post Falls I was talking to, is that when you leave policing, just to use that as an example, there's actually a number of years you're actually not covered because you now no longer have county health insurance. So you can use that actually to pay for, because the health
Right.
insurance
Cobra.
spikes
Yeah.
to
Yes.
$2,000 a
Yes.
month, and you could use that. So
Yeah.
huge benefit.
Yeah.
That's about all I got.
All right. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll look
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any question from the board? No
No,
questions?
I
Public comment?
appreciate the
No
thinking.
public comment? Any questions? Nothing? Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate you coming.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Meeting